Mm, mm, mm. You've spun a 180 to Palm Swipes After, an ironclad sphincter of the latest episode of Mom Swipes Left, a podcast with two middle-aged women who are backyard ethnographers and documentarians. Who knew? This is episode 70, about MSL episode 209. I'm your host, Pomme de Terre. Enjoy. We learned so much today, well, on this week's show, which I happen to listen to today, so I can say today for me. Most of the show was a nice conversation with Sean Cole, Carol's ex and NPR producer. We learned that, well, at least according to Jen, Shawn, Shawn, should be a man with big nuts, though most of the Shawns I've found spelled that way are women. Shawn, Shaun, would be a metrosexual, though the Shawn I know best that way is Shaun Cassidy. I don't know whose voice I'm using. uh, Never mind. And Sean, Scan, scene, which this Sean they talked to is spelled, is supposedly the dorkiest of the three spellings, though I think Sean Connery would beg to differ. In fact, he would rise from his grave and beat you senseless for even suggesting such a thing. We learned that This American Life is on NPR, but not made by NPR. I have lots of notes. I'm not going to reiterate the whole conversation. We learned that you can't burn bodies at sea in Maine because it would hurt the saltwater frogs. Are there in fact saltwater frogs? Well, I did a little research and I did find something in Southeast Asia called the crab-eating frog. Stick that down your pants, Carol. We learned that Ira is difficult to work with, mushmouth. Only Jen Blackstone can hear the giant sucking sound that comes from an NPR broadcast signal. She's special that way. What else? We learned that Shawn, perhaps because of his relationship with Carol, speaks Mom Swipes Left. For my example of that is that he says he does the yogas. That is very much a missilism. Shawn did an excellent job adjusting to a format I would say he was not necessarily comfortable with, especially when it came down to the fuck, marry, kill game and talk about shitting his pants. But he laughed through it all, as only Shawn can laugh. They then moved into a Gen X gift guide Would You Rather quiz, or at least that's what I'm calling it, because that's how it was structured. That left me with a question which I could not Google. What? I stumped Google. What is a pussy post? Because if I search pussy post, I don't find anything about big wheels or kids playing in the neighborhood. Anyway, my idea about the Gen X. Sorry, gonna say. Excuse me. Oh. No, my mic's a little wet. Sorry. I thought I'm going over TikTok time, aren't I? My idea about the gift guide would you rather quiz is could you make it a fuck Mary kill between Rock'em Sock'em Robots, the game Operation, and Lightbright? Which, well, we know Jen would marry Lightbright. Kill Operation guy, because that's what he's there for. Fuck Rock'em Sock'em Robots, just so you can hear the ee. That's my best impression. I don't really do impressions. And, I wanted to read some good show notes by the AI engine. After the interview was over, Jen expressed that she had taken a liking to Sean's voice, and the the show notes say interviewee's high voice leads to unexpected quote unquote hotness moment. My sense is that everyone on This American Life sounds kind of like Ira does, just a East Coast Jew. Maybe that's just me. I don't know anything about East Coast Jews and what they sound like. Excuse me. All right. How long did I go? All right, I'm good.